All right, let's jump right into this explainer and explore the exact mechanics of how mobile communication actually works. We all hold these illuminated glass rectangles all day long, tapping and swiping away, but we rarely stop to dissect the physics and engineering happening right beneath our fingertips. Today, we're going to break down the step-by-step mechanics of exactly how these devices function.
I mean, it's pretty wild to think about, right? A tiny wireless device that fits in your pocket lets you talk to someone sitting on a completely different continent, send messages that arrive in the blink of an eye, and stream high-definition video from basically anywhere on Earth. How does that sound actually get from your mouth to their ear without a single physical wire connecting you? Well, the secret lies in a massive, invisible web of radio waves.
So let's look at Section 1, the journey of a phone call.
When you actually speak into your phone, your voice starts out as just sound waves in the air. The very first step, your microphone captures those waves and translates them into electrical signals. Then, your processor jumps in, taking those raw signals and changing them into digital data, basically the language of computers. And finally, your phone's antenna takes that digital data and beams it out into the world as radio waves.
Now, those radio waves you just broadcasted need somewhere to go. They travel immediately to the nearest cell tower. And this tower isn't just a lone receiver, it's a critical gateway. Once it grabs your signal, it forwards it into this massive, complex network of other towers and communication systems.
To finish the trip, the network literally has to hunt down the specific person you're trying to reach. Once it finds them, it routes your signal to whatever mobile tower happens to be closest to them at that exact moment. That tower broadcasts the radio waves to their phone. Their device catches that signal and basically does that entire process we just talked about, but completely in reverse. It takes the waves, crunches the digital data, turns it back into electrical signals, and pushes it right through the speaker to recreate the exact sound of your voice.
Moving right along to Section 2, how mobile internet works. Using the internet on your phone is actually incredibly similar to a voice call. The core technology, converting information and beaming it via radio waves to a cell tower, is exactly the same. The real difference is simply the destination. While a call routes your signal straight to another person's phone, browsing the web routes your data between your phone, those mobile towers, and giant computer servers scattered all over the globe. That routing process is the whole shebang behind how you browse websites, scroll social media, and play online games. Which brings us to Section 3, inside your smartphone. Every single smartphone is packed with these key internal components working in perfect harmony. You've got the processor, which is the absolute brain directing all this traffic and doing the data conversions. The battery, providing the necessary juice. The memory, securely storing your data. And then you have the communicators, the antenna for sending and receiving those radio waves, the microphone for catching physical sound, and a speaker for pushing sound back out so you can actually hear the person on the other end. And all of this is crammed into a device less than half an inch thick.
Now for Section 4, processing power.
Billions. That is the magic word to remember here. Modern mobile phones are so incredibly advanced that they're performing literally billions of calculations every single second. It's this sheer raw processing power that makes modern wireless communication so blazing fast. Without those billions of calculations happening constantly behind the scenes, that seamless, instant connection we all rely on, no way. It just wouldn't be possible.
So simply put, your phone is constantly running this invisible, lightning-fast loop. It's a continuous cycle, converting your physical information into digital signals, blasting those signals out via radio waves, and then instantly translating any incoming signals back into the sounds, images, or data that we can actually interact with. That is the absolute core mechanic of mobile communication.
Leaving you with this final thought. It is truly remarkable what happens behind the scenes of just one single tap or voice command. This tiny device connects us to almost anyone, anywhere, in mere seconds, completely relying on an invisible web of radio waves that most of us never even think twice about. So, with billions of calculations connecting us across the globe in a heartbeat, how much do we take this invisible web for granted? Next time you make a call or load a web page, take a second to appreciate the staggering engineering making it all happen. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep staying curious about the everyday tech powering our world.